This week at Dreamworld, progress continues on the exciting new King Claw set to open late 2025, upgrades and quality of life changes appear around the park, and Winterfest makes a return for 2025. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Yum Yum Report, bringing you bite-sized updates from Australian theme parks, as well as occasional updates from theme parks around the world. Before we start, I'd like to give a quick thank you to my channel members for supporting my content. Thank you so much. This week we had a quick visit to Dreamworld for an hour or so to check out what was new. Immediately we noticed that the car park is filling up with more and more parts for the new King Claw attraction, which is set to open in late 2025. For those of you who don't know, King Claw will replace the iconic Claw ride which closed at the beginning of the year. The new version is going to be much bigger, faster, and more thrilling. It looks like part of the pendulum may be in the car park now, which is really exciting. It looks enormous. Inside the park, work is continuing on the King Claw construction site, and it's amazing how quickly everything is moving along. I can already tell this ride is going to have a really impressive presence in the park. It's really cool visiting the park each week and noticing how far it's coming along. I'm particularly excited about the arrival of theming elements, because from what they've teased so far, the story and vibe of the ride looks really exciting. King Claw is inspired by Lovecraftian sea monsters and creatures from the deep. It's got a really spooky and ominous vibe, and apparently the ride will feature an impressive set piece on top of the attraction, which people will be able to see from the highway. Given that King Claw is going to be much larger, it could be very eye-catching and rival the iconic neon Joker face at Movie World down the road. Overall, I think this attraction will not only breathe new life into the front end of the park, but could also be the start of potentially tying Ocean Parade together thematically, which at the moment is a kind of blend of different ideas from many eras of Dreamworld's history. And in my opinion, all of these ideas don't quite fit together into a cohesive package. I hope they can glue it all together and give the Ocean Parade area a bit more of a sense of story and geography, because whenever I walk through there I feel a little bit confused, wondering what exactly the area is supposed to be. Especially in contrast to the incredible new Rivertown precinct, which is much more well thought out and executed. It's great seeing the progress on this attraction. It's going to be amazing once it's all finished, and it'll bring so much energy to the park. I'm still unsure if I'll give it a ride because I'm not crazy about thrills, but we'll see. In any event, I'm just excited to see how it all turns out. What do you think? Are you excited for the new King Claw? And are you going to give it a ride? Let me know in the comments. If you're enjoying this video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more. It helps the channel a lot with the almighty YouTube algorithm, and your support means a lot. Some small quality of life changes are being made around the rest of the park, starting off with the stage on Main Street, which has received a size upgrade, some new railing, and a color scheme to fit in with the building behind it. There's also a nice new logo at the back of the stage, which looks really good. This wasn't a change I was expecting, but it's a very welcome one. I think it looks a lot grander and more impressive, and kind of sets the tone on Main Street for having performances in this space a bit better. Dreamworld has always had performances on Main Street in the past, but the stage was a bit smaller and kind of level with the audience, which I feel like made the barrier between the audience and performers a little bit awkward. I love watching live performances, but I also get a bit uncomfortable being too close, worrying about audience participation. I'm not sure if many other people feel this way, but I have noticed that unfortunately the performances at Dreamworld don't usually draw much of a crowd, and I think it could be because of that proximity problem. I feel like the changes they made will definitely help that awkwardness. I'm excited to see how they utilize the new stage, particularly with Winterfest coming up soon, which I'll come back to soon. Another quality of life change we noticed was in Kenny and Belinda's Dreamland, where they have now placed some new shade structures. This isn't something I really thought about, but it's an addition that I'm a massive fan of. Now that I think about it, walking around Kenny and Belinda's Dreamland in the past, I do usually get really uncomfortable due to the lack of shade, especially in Queensland where it gets really hot and humid. I can definitely imagine for parents waiting around, or pushing children in pushchairs, that this will be a very welcome change. It's really cool that Dreamworld is making these small changes, and it was actually a big surprise because I wasn't aware of a demand for this. I think this is a great change and something I'd love to see more in other areas of the park as well, such as in Rivertown where the main stretch does get a little bit hot sometimes. Speaking of Rivertown, we had a quick ride on Jungle Rush, which is fantastic as always, and we had a good look at the new crystal in the Snake Eye Chamber, which is really amazing. I absolutely love this, and it gives so much character to the room, as well as the ride as a whole. It builds the sense of story and gives the idea that the temple has some kind of magical power inside. The fog effect really sells it, and there's also a water fountain too, which is a nice little organic sound that gives things a little bit more texture and tactility. I'd love to see some more additions like this inside the actual ride as well, especially the fog effects. I feel like some fog would really build the atmosphere of the inclined turntable room in particular, and make things feel a little bit more mysterious. Don't get me wrong, I love the ride, but there are still some areas that feel a little bit empty, and I'm wondering if we'll see any more additions and changes, or if Jungle Rush is officially complete. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Winterfest is returning for 2025, running from the 28th of June until the 20th of July. The classic activities will be returning, such as ice skating, tobogganing, and Belinda's Arctic Adventure, as well as special food and drink options available around the park. I'm really excited to see this event come back, especially after the Street Food Festival, which ran earlier this year and was a fantastic event. They did such a great job with that this year, and I know they've recently hired some new people in charge of running the events, so if the Street Food Festival is anything to go by, then Winterfest is going to be really fun. I think what made the Street Food Festival so fantastic this year was the fact that they focused the event's offerings in the key areas where foot traffic is the heaviest in the park, such as at the entrance of the park and in and around Main Street. In the past, it was much more spread out, and there was stuff in areas of the park where people don't really go. The Street Food Festival had such a great first impression as you entered the park, and honing it in and focusing it around that central area was really smart. I wonder if they'll do something similar for Winterfest. What do you think? What changes would you like to see this year for Winterfest? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Yum Yum Report. It's been a little while since I made one of these videos because I was hard at work on my documentary about the history of Scooby-Doo Spooky Coaster at Warner Brothers Movie World, which is 77 minutes long and features lots of familiar faces, so if you're interested, make sure to check that out on my channel. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like, a friendly comment, or subscribe for more. And to wrap things up, I'd like to give a very special thank you to my channel members for supporting my content. A very special thank you to Koala75, Lee Donald, SWStevie1, Randall, Maloney's Coasters, Carrie Jackin, Kai on the Internet, Movies Like Everyone, Audrey Allen, Oogie Boogie, Theme Park Ogre, Jordan Casey, Germ, and Medic Brick. Thank you so much everyone for your very kind and generous support. It really means so much to me that you enjoy my videos enough to support me this way. And for anyone who would like to become a channel member, you're more than welcome to do so. This will give you access to new videos early. You also get a special shout out and thanks at the end of my videos. And you'll get a Yum Yum sticker next to your username, some special emojis to use in the comments, and I'll also draw a special custom illustration hand-drawn by me to fit your very needs and requirements. And for any channel members who haven't let me know yet what you would like your drawing to be, just let me know in the comments or message me on Instagram. And if you're not in a position to support the channel this way, you can also leave a like, a friendly comment, or subscribe for more. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.